Today I'm reviewing the Skytech Gaming Aqua desktop PC with a Ryzen 7 7800 x 3D, AMD RX 9060 XT with 16GB VRAM, 32GB DDR5 5200 RAM, a 1TB Gen4 NVMe SSD, 850W ATX 3 Gold PSU, 360mm ARGB AIO cooler, Wi-Fi, and Windows 11. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've had this system on my desk over weeks of daily gaming, creative tasks, and mixed workloads. These impressions come from how it actually behaves in real use, not just what the spec sheet promises. Let's set expectations clearly. This isn't a compact budget box or an extreme overclocking behemoth. What it's designed for is getting very strong gaming performance at 1440p, responsive everyday use, and a platform with some room to grow without feeling overspecified for its class. In practical gaming at 1440p, the combination of the Ryzen 7 7800 x 3D and the RX 9060 XT hits a sweet spot. In competitive titles like Valorant, CS2, and Fortnite, you get high frame rates with very stable pacing at high settings. Heavier AAA titles at 1440p also run well in high settings, and even if you push visuals toward Ultra, performance stays smooth rather than erratic. That predictability matters more than chasing occasional benchmark spikes. You feel confident about how it will handle your favorite games without surprise dips. At 1080p, there's clear overhead. Games feel light and fluid, and background tasks, music, chat apps, browsers, don't interrupt play. That everyday responsiveness is a constant rather than momentary, which matters more than single number FPS in benchmarks. Thermals and acoustics are practical for a mid to high tier custom gaming desktop. Under sustained gaming load, the 360mm AIO keeps the Ryzen 7's temperatures controlled without pushing the fans into noisy territory. There's perceptible fan activity. This is a performance PC, not a whisper-quiet office machine, but it stays consistent and avoids sudden spikes that pull your attention away from the game. Idle or a light use drops acoustics into a modest hum that lives in the background. Memory and storage behavior feel solid in real use. The 32GB of DDR5 5200 RAM removes any need to upgrade for gaming and typical multitasking today. Switching between creative tools, browsers, and game launchers feels seamless. The 1TB Gen4 NVMe SSD boots Windows quickly and loads games with minimal wait times. Larger libraries over time might push you to add more storage, but that's typical for modern gaming PCs with multi-gigabyte titles. Build quality and usability stand out relative to some pre-built alternatives. The internal layout doesn't feel cramped. Skytech's cable management is tidy out of the box. That makes future upgrades, whether adding storage, another fan, or a next-generation GPU, feel less fiddly than some tight pack layouts. The case and ARGB lighting feel purposeful, not cheap, and the Wi-Fi module worked reliably without needing a separate adapter. Now let's be honest about limitations. The RX 9060 XT, while capable, isn't aimed at chasing ultra settings at 4K with high refresh. If your goal is maximum 4K performance without compromises, that's a different class of GPU. This configuration instead balances performance with price, giving strong 1440p results without overshooting mainstream expectations. Also, desktop fans under load make their presence known. They don't become distracting, but they aren't silent either. If you want whisper-quiet operation at high performance, that's still a challenge for air-cooled and AIO systems in this segment. So who does this make sense for? If you want strong, reliable 1440p gaming with good performance headroom, smooth everyday responsiveness for mixed workloads, a system that stays controlled and consistent under load, a build that feels upgrade-friendly, this Skytech configuration delivers those priorities in a balanced way. If your sole priority is chasing the highest possible 4K frame rates or you want absolute silence at full load, those are areas where more specialized systems still lead. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.